I've come to the realization that it is possible to heal my body with autoimmune disease and chronic illness. It's not a simple fix. It's a complicated system that's out of whack. But I want to talk about the process to healing those complications. So for me, I have Crohn's disease, and I have a lot of mental illness, and there's a connection between the two. And for the longest time, I didn't think it was possible to heal. But what that thought was is just not understanding. Well, yeah, not understanding how to heal, but also not understanding the process of your body, how it works. That's step one, okay? Step one is understand the process, understand your body and how it works. And if you think too hard about this, you get confused and you can't figure it out, okay? So it's important to take it step by step. Take it step by step. So instead of like, how does it all come together? How does my mind affect this and my this and that and the acne and this and that? Just one step at a time. Because there isn't one thing that will cure all, right? It's about attacking it from different angles, but with not like blindly, not just like, oh, I gotta do everything, but no, like intentionally, again, understand, and then take action. So for me, if I understand that, and I don't have this figured out yet, but I'm making progress with it. Just the fact that I know it's possible is enough for me right now. But I found out today that the reason I have diarrhea is because, well, it's multiple things. It is complicated. But I think I'm going to try some herbs to help aid the small intestine. Like, I can do the things to get my mind right. It's not always easy, but those seem, I don't know, like less mysterious to me. Like, I can go for a walk, or I can jump in the cold shower, I can exercise, or I can meditate, or I can literally, the possibilities are endless. I have so many tools at my disposal. Um, Again, it's not always easy because you can get stuck and reject all the opportunities coming your way. Like, no, do this, do this, do this. No, 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 no. You have to say yes. But as for the gut, I think for the longest time, and I still have this belief that it's like some complicated, broken, mysterious sickness that I can't figure out. But that's not the case. That's really not the case. It's it's tied into the mind, as I've discovered. Is there's points, there's moments where my mind state shifts and I'm very happy and connected to people and grateful. Great gratitude, genuine gratitude is powerful. It's a drug in itself. And when I have that, no gut symptoms. just takes it away in a snap. So there is a connection, right? And that just shows that I'm not perfect up here. Because if I was, I think I'd be healing myself. So there is that connection to the gut, the mind, the mind-gut connection. But there's also the biological factors to the gut. There is the what's the word? The man, I'm blanking. Not relationship. The influence that food has. How many times a day do I eat? And it's not even about how many times a day, but it's about, is that what my body needs? And then what happens when I eat? What's happening in my body when I eat? And then what's happening in my mind when I'm digesting the food that I eat? And am I outside? Am I alone? Am I with people? Like all these things, there's endless factors. And that's why it can feel so hopeless sometimes, because it's so complicated. But it's important to not confuse it's important to not confuse the confusion and confuse the complicated nature of this with impossibility. And not even just impossibility, but it's important to not think of it as a lost random. That's the word. It's important to not think of it as random. Just because it's complicated doesn't mean it's random. There is a order to things. So the less you can do, the simpler you can live, the more aware you can be, the better you can understand, and the more intentional and precise your actions will be to make change and to hopefully live healthier and be healthier. And it's a gradual process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's something that just kind of falls, you could say, into place. So I think it really just comes down to listening to your body and doing what your body needs and taking care of yourself in all ways. But I think I'm going to try some herbs. I think I'm just overwhelmed with the amount of herbs there are. I don't know what the best one is for me. But I think that's my perfectionism coming in, trying to find the best one, the perfect herb. But I should just try some and see how it works for me. So I think I'm going to commit to one, and I think I want it to influence more heavily on the physical nature of things and the biological nature of things. And the gut is what I'm saying, like the small intestine, the gut, the small intestine, yeah. So, because I struggle with, absorbing, I have malabsorption from my Crohn's disease, from I don't even know how it works really. I think it's from the inflammation I have. But I think just being more educated would help. So I don't know if there's an herb for malabsorption or if there's an herb for hypomotility. 'cause things move through me too quickly. One, because I have less intestine than the normal person, but also because of the inflammation and my disease. It's just part of it. And sorry, I was thinking about something else. And lastly, bacteria might play a part. SIBO, bacterial overgrowth, and that, there's different science on that. Also, just looking at your gut is healing in itself. You're giving it your attention. It's your eyes are actually very very magical. You can look at your gut, and it gives it more attention, more awareness to heal. And it's all in your mind, of course. It's the intention. It doesn't always work like that, but yeah, with SIBO and bacteria, it's I don't know. I've read and even experienced. I'm not saying this is always true, or even true for me, but I've experienced that carbs and sugar and um, carbs and sugar feed bacteria. And so I've gone carnivore, I've fasted, things like that. But those don't work for me. Fasting works for me, but it's not sustainable. I need to eat. And carnivore, I get too much diarrhea and very low energy, and it's not sustainable either. So I don't eat a lot of carbs, but I eat some for sure. And sugar, I don't eat too much sugar. I do my best with that, so that's nice to realize. Just wonder if there's anything else I could do. Maybe there's an herb for that too. I don't know. I mean, there's probiotics, but I've heard mixed things about that, and I've tried them in the past. Who knows? Well, I'm rambling. I think that's it. I think just the bigger picture. A couple things. I'm gonna try some herbs. It's about damn time, right? I've heard so many good things. I want to try some herbs. Two, two. I'm going to remind myself that this isn't random. This isn't punishment either. It's not random. There's an order to the chaos. And it's important to understand and be aware of your body so that you can change it.